look, I can't even.
So instead of like doing an insanely large block,
Yeah.
you get a reasonable block and a good drop shaft.
So that axle is heavy as crap. Luckily, we have the whole Gold's Gym here. So. I guess you could say we are officially on time crunch and we are officially starting on the SEMA build. Just taking my impact to Matt's house because it is going to come in handy. It is going to help us out. He didn't have an impact last time I was there. Anyway, first things first, we have to take the Twisted Pro pods over to a machine shop here in Augusta because Kelderman bumper that's going to go on Stan's truck wasn't designed for these pods, so they have to fabricate something for that bumper for it to work. This machine shop fabricated something for Matt in the past. They should still have the file on there on how to modify to make it work with the Kelderman bumper. This pod is different than the one that Matt has, so he can't just pull that file and reuse it. He has to make some minor adjustments, so I'm dropping that off so that way that can be done. Got the pods dropped off, so we'll be back in about a couple of days. They do a lot of fabrication here, so it's got me thinking a lot about some of the JW Motorsports components that we may want to outsource to these guys and have them do it, because some of the components, you know, it really takes me and Alex a long time to do, and for me, like, I just would rather have somebody fabricate it, and also it'll look a little bit more professional having somebody else do it. So I mean, this is the coolest part about, you know, doing what I do, is like just being able to make connections. Like, I never would have been able to link up with some of these people or, you know, find these companies had I not had connections or friends or just whatever. So it's really cool how everything just kind of works out. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, pick up the brackets. Actually, the funny part is the owner of Southern Edge Fab knew this truck before I bought it. So he knew the owner, he knew the previous owner, and he was like, man, I don't even recognize it. And yeah, because I mean, I've pretty much like redid everything since I bought this truck. That was the goal. So he really liked it. So I mean, I appreciate him for, you know, appreciating this truck for all the modifications. We've made it to Matt's house, taking out some of the tools. Alex is still on a date with his gilf. Got my Cobalt, and I brought this in case we needed it. I don't know, sometimes it comes in handy. Stan's truck, it seems like it just keeps getting taller and taller every time I see it. A cool thing I noticed, I was looking under the truck just to see how the pitman and idler arm worked on this. Here's his factory pitman. So you can always upgrade to kryptonite pitman and idler arm.
Yeah, so I think that's the plan.
And it'll still stiffen it up.
Yeah, go ahead and do the death grip.
Yeah.
Up top.
Exactly.
But underneath that, I don't know that kryptonite can compete quite.
Yeah, I don't think you need the tie rods from them.
No, good.
But so there's a factory idler and pitman arm, and there's a bar that goes across it, and he built this sturdy drop down bracket which controls the steering left and right with this beefy ass tie rod.
So I had this similar setup except for just some slight changes, I think, over the years on these same tires, on these same wheels, on the black Ironhide truck, right?
That's true.
When I put it back to stock, I actually ended up replacing the idler, and the honest truth is, it really didn't, you wouldn't notice it in the steering wheel or anything. It was more for issues of alignment.
Yeah.
It was just enough to where they were having some trouble aligning it. And I just happened to have a kryptonite death grip set up at the house that I wasn't going to use. Now I wish I would have kept it, but whatever.
Right.
You told me like 4 times, like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, I got to get this truck out of here. It's surprising how good this setup kind of keeps all that stuff.
It's actually really impressive. Like the more I look at it, and I'm actually under the truck now looking at it, and the amount of the thought and the process goes into like building this from scratch is truly impressive.
Yeah.
Because y'all gotta think, like he built this literally like on the spot.
Yep.
As Stan's truck was there.
Yeah, he doesn't have a jig for this at all. This is one of two, I guess, but this is obviously one of one because he changed it completely for this truck.
Only 18-inch kit.
Only other one that has it.
Which is really cool.
We're sitting closer to about 19 inches now.
Jeez.
So, and I still got room to turn up.
Yep.
But
so this thing drops
my
down.
CV axles.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't want to damage them. Let's just keep them good.
And Stan actually like uses his truck, meaning like he did tug of war and stuff on his last truck. Yeah. Which I would never do on my truck, to be honest. Like even on a 9-inch lift, no, I'm not doing tug of war.
Yeah.
I'm scared of stuff breaking.
I'll send you the video of it.
So what I want to do is I got the tie rod, or I got the death grip, kryptonite death grip. I want to add the Cognito's idler and pitman arm support kit on top, which you don't need. But now that I got 2-inch spacers, oh, you have them?
Yeah, I have an extra set at the house.
I'll take them because now that I got 14 wides, 38s, and 2-inch spacers up front, I just want that added stability.
Yeah. So originally my setup was gonna be the death grip setup, but you saw mine. Mine was an older version of it because even the actual idler arm assembly was still raw aluminum all the way through. So now they all come like powder coat black or whatever.
Yeah.
No, mine was like the first setups they had made, and it came with the black truck. They'd never installed it, so I was like, all right, cool. And I just put it in a box, but it came with the Cognito supports on top of that. And so
I wonder if I can use it. I'm sure I can.
Yeah, because they're fully adjustable. Like you put them on, and then you make the adjustments to the Heim joints on there.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can make the adjustments pretty easily. But I was gonna do both, and then like they actually sell it on Kryptonite's website. Like you can buy all those pieces and the Cognito extra supports.
Yeah.
And especially when you start running like big heavy tires and stuff like that, and you're turning a lot, and you drive normal speed around town. It's not like you baby the truck.
Kryptonite said you don't need the support kit. That's the whole reason for them creating the Death Grip series, the heavy duty idle and pitman arm. But like I said, now that I'm wider and I'm running bigger wheels and tires, I want the added stability. That's just how I am.
I don't pay anything for it, so I mean, if you get it, let's try it and see what it does.
Yeah.
You might be like, screw it, we should do that to all the trucks.
Exactly. So
stiffen it up as much as possible.
Because my steering is already really stiff. I let Junior drive it, and he's got the 12-inch lift with 40s.
Yeah.
His front end is pretty much stock in terms of like upgrading the components. I think he did tie rods, that's it. But he didn't do the idler and pitman arm. And when he drove my truck, he said my steering was way firmer, and it made the truck a lot more enjoyable to drive.
Steering-wise, this thing feels like...
Stiffer?
Yeah, it's so much stiffer.
You know why? Because it's a McGaughy's lift. I'm just kidding. No, it's because you're not all over the road. And especially when you're like on 16 wides, your wheels and tires will catch every groove on the road, and it'll just follow. You really want that added stability and added firmness so the truck doesn't dictate where you go.
Yeah.
You got to dictate where the truck goes.
Yeah, you drive the truck doesn't drive.
While Stan's working on disassembling the whole rear end, I'm going to go ahead and remove the grille, headlights, and bumper. But first, I'm going to need a stool or something, because look, I can't even like that. All right, now how am I even supposed to get to the top of the grill? Like, I'm gonna need a ladder.
Don't we have a step ladder?
I hope so. I might use that F-250 over there. Park the 250 here, and I'm gonna have to stand on it.
Oh, there you go. The Mighty Man ladder over here.
All right. What are you gonna do with your bumper?
With the factory?
Yeah.
I guess so.
I might buy these off you.
Classics?
Yeah.
Oh, are yours messed up?
I kind of butchered mine.
Oh, did you?
No, well, the wheels and tires that after I put the spacers on. It's not bad, but I might. And like trim it a little bit better.
Yeah. So the other thing too was I ordered some of those mini polish wheels from Amazon for the Dremels.
Yeah.
One of the sponsors is now Royal Hooks.
Royal hooks, okay.
It's a Royal Hook sent me a set. They asked me what color I wanted, and I told them to just do raw aluminum. Because what I'd like to do is mirror polish those and then 2K clear. I might go into the lettering and actually get some like red tint coat and drop it into the lettering and then let that cure and then hit it with the 2K over the top so that the sides actually have some red accents on the very side of them.
Yeah.
We'll see what we have actual time for.
All right.
Dreams, but we'll see.
2 weeks.
Oh, and Rick's Paint and Body said bring the grill.
Bring the grill?
Yeah, they said bring the grill. And they said bring the front.
Bring
the painting.
Bring what?
The diff.
Oh, this? What time is it? Oh, it's already 4:30. I was gonna say we could drop it off today, but
Yeah, I told them we'd be over there like tomorrow or Wednesday.
all right.
So, all right.
Removing the grill off on these trucks is fairly simple. Remove the top cover that's sitting over there. They're just all push pins. And then you're gonna have 4 10mm sitting right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Undo those. And it really should start popping out, but it's kind of sketch. I don't really like it because I feel like I'm always gonna break the tabs. Only thing we need to be careful on this truck is stand does have the light up GMC emblem that's right there, so we gotta disconnect it, and then there's the camera, the front facing camera that we have to disconnect, I believe over here. But other than that, we're ready to pop this out. Got the front grille removed, and to make it a little bit easier for the guys to paint it, we're gonna go ahead and remove the front facing camera for them. And all it is just 2 Torx bit holding it in which I need to take this one with me and go to Lowe's because I lost one of my screws while I was getting the grill painted. Funny thing is, I dropped it, found it, picked it up, put it in my pocket, and I lost it again. So the camera comes out like that, and I'm clipping these. Quick status update. Got a lot done so far. So completely disassembled, removed the grill, removed the housing that's right here. Gonna remove the headlights, which should be really simple now that everything up front has been removed. Wheel well liners have been removed, fender flares have been removed. All of that is ready to go. Now we gotta move to the rear, which Stan has removed the rear bumper, and then he is working on removing the whole rear end pretty much.
And
Springs. Are we doing the axle? Still doing the axle.
Axle's coming out to go for powder coat. Springs are going to powder coat right away. U-bolts, and then these plates. So they were like finishing this thing on the truck, and he had to weld these in. And so just to make sure everything lined up like it's supposed to, and he made that adjustment. He called me and he was like, can I just send it to you raw? And I was like, yeah dude, we're already taking the axle off anyway, so yeah, that's gonna go to that bottom bracket.
Cool.
Track bar bracket. Yeah.
So next, remove the rear fender flares and the wheel well liner, because we're gonna do rock lights on it. So what we're thinking is we're gonna do 1 premium plus in the middle and then 2 regular premiums, which that is gonna be stupid bright. And then the rest is going to be all premiums. So we're probably going to put, what, 36 premiums and then 4 premium plus. That is insane.
40 lights, quad row wheel lights.
Whew.
Gonna be a lot of spaceship.
Bro, I guarantee you, you're going to be lit from above.
Yeah.
You know, Donnie has 60 rock lights, but he has the advanced beam rock lights.
Yeah. But
his is the brightest. Yeah. If you look at my drone footage, Donnie's truck actually has, what is it, more spread than any of us. Because he's got 60 of them.
I'll have to look at it again. You're talking about from Daytona?
Daytona, or even when we were at the show. I got some drone footage from the show.
Oh, did you really?
Mm-hmm. God, this thing's cool. Like this little bracket. Yeah.
So instead of like doing an insanely large block, you get a reasonable block and a good drop shackle. You split the difference between the two. Otherwise, this block would have been huge to sit on springs.
Right.
So it's easier if you just do it between the two of them. And I like the look of those anyway.
I mean, otherwise you would have had to get a whole new leaf pack, and on top of that, still get some sort of bracket made and get bigger blocks. I feel like this is probably a really reasonable way to do it.
Well, the good thing, like I said, is if I wanted to turn up the front and go to 21 or whatever, which I don't, because I don't want my ankles to look like shit, but I could always add a leaf in the back and still get the additional lift without worrying about the block or any of that stuff. So no, it's done with the factory springs, which I know a few people are gonna be like, oh, that's too much weight for all the factory springs. I'm like, this is an HD, it's made to haul, so it's not gonna have an issue with the amount of weight that's added to it. I weighed my last truck on a truck scale, and the difference was not actually a lot. I think the total kit weight added like 1,100 pounds to the truck. So
exactly. But you're also not going to be like loading up your bed with, I don't know, tons and tons of weight to where it would max out your payload.
Right.
From that standpoint, we're all good. Oh crap, we still got to take this off too, don't we?
What? Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah, but it's fully accessible from the back.
From the back? Okay, because I don't know how to do it. I've never done it.
Yeah, I can see it all right here. There's like 2 bolts up there.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Couple
easy.
of clips for the step itself, and then a couple of bolts.
I'm going to go ahead and remove the fender flares in the back and wheel well liners. So we'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Cool, another update. Rear end is pretty much all disassembled. All the fender flares are off. All the wheel well liners are off. Next thing I need to do is remove the headlights. But before I get to that, I need to help Stan completely disassemble the rear end.
That's how it's hanging on the Jackson, I think. Should double check. This one's right above this one. See it sitting there?
No, it's not even on the jack stand.
Hasn't touched it yet?
Uh-uh.
Okay. Where are we at? I felt it roll forward. It did. Let me put another jack stand, I guess, right in front under the...
For them to powder coat it, they gotta take that off anyway.
Yeah, but they usually take this out and keep this piece off separate. Now hold on. Lower it and then hold it, because I gotta get one right here up on the lid. Go ahead and come off of it and then come up here under the, like push it past the other side.
Come off of it?
Yeah, come off of it. And then come up here to this side so I can put the jack up on it towards the front.
Well, there she is, rear axle completely removed from this truck, which just got back from Texas yesterday. So the rear end is completely out. Gotta take this to Twan's shop in Columbia tomorrow. Twan is going to completely disassemble this, which then will go to Jimmy Rivers and get it powder coated there, and then it'll get reassembled. Yeah, we got a lot to do before SEMA in 2 weeks, and still gotta work on that dually as well. So a lot of sleepless nights and sore bodies. Still gotta do CP3 on the dually.
Yeah, we got a lot of shit to do.
Oh yeah. Can they just extend SEMA? Like, how about first week of December? We'll be ready then. Alright, got the headlights out. We are ready to ship these out to Phil. Actually, meet up with Phil. There's a few other things that need to be done.
Yeah.
Do we want to do the mirrors today?
Nah, we'll just do it tomorrow.
Alright, we'll do the mirrors tomorrow. So, update. We got Jason over here with his LML Duramax. He did have an LMM Duramax that he sold and had actually got a 1500. 1500 got wrecked in a storm here. It got wrecked in a storm here in Georgia. So now he's upgraded to a Denali LML, which has all the HSP piping under the hood, has the lift pump, 5-inch exhaust, all the 9 yards. It's even got the HSP traction bar, so it's got the whole 9 yards. Only thing he said he's going to do next is do the CP3 conversion, but we're using this truck to haul the axle to Twan's shop tomorrow. Honestly, these guys came here at the perfect time. So that axle is heavy as crap. Luckily, we have the whole Gold's Gym here. So
Yeah, I got a whole like powerlifting.
yeah, we got the whole Gold's Gym here, so ready to go. The Arnold Classic is here. I'm not gonna be much of help, but hey, I'm just gonna join the guys, okay?
Yeah, I'm on the box. Fucking super new right now. Just for this shit, my bad. Now the issue is, can we sit this back down real quick so I can kind of regroup?
Nah, once we sit that end up there, you know
I
what I'm
can
saying?
get up there and grab that and slide it again.
Listen, you got competition, son. Don't fuck around yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Like, how'd you do that on Stan's fucking truck?
All right, I think I can grab right here. We ready? 3, 2, 1.
Okay, roll. Got it? All right, who's up in bed? All right, can you roll the diff around? There you go, perfect. Coming back at you. All right, let's take a break. I told you this motherfucker was heavy.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's not that it's heavy, it's awkward
yeah.
and heavy.
Yes, that's it.
That's
It's
what's
awkward
fucking
as
wrong
fuck and
with it.
does what it wants to.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Alright. Yeah.
No, I ain't gonna hurt him. Slide
Sit
it.
on top of there and
Well, let's
slide
try
it.
to take it up.
Alright, it should slide across now.
Ready?
Yep.
Now, you roll that diff slightly this way, keep it from leaking too much, and turn out like a shit.
Like, comment, and subscribe.